What's up, cuties? Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Join me as I discuss hot topics, celebrity news and gossip, reality TV show recaps, and more. Everything that I discuss are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and enjoy. Hey, cuties. Happy Thursday to you guys. Thank you for joining me for this power hour. I am going to say some hellos. Welcome in. Shout out to Linda Gamble, always the first in the chat. I appreciate you, Linda. Thank you so very much for being a cutie mod. And shout out to the other cutie mods in the building. I see Pink Diva, also known as Pink Table Topics. Teresa Wright is here as well. Thank you, ladies. Shout out to the cutie crew. A couple of you in here. Hey, Angela Richardson. Hello. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Mama V. Who else? From the Gia. Who else from the cutie crew? All right, I think that's it. I am Queen Tori. Hey, sis, how are you? All right, guys, we're going to get into some hot topics. I didn't change my thumbnail, and I'll just say this off the top. Meet me Saturday at some point. Have your notifications on, because by Saturday, we will have the closing arguments from both the prosecution and the defense. And you guys know, look, I'm kicking myself in the ass. This has been the trial of the century, if you ask me. And I wish that I would have gone to New York. Shout out again to the content creators that's there. But when I first mentioned this Diddy trial, I wanted to do like a mock trial. So I think it'd be nice if we do the mock trial from the closing arguments, and then we can vote. That is if they don't have a verdict by tomorrow. So just keep your notifications on. The feds are lining that or right on up, okay? Lining him up. Also, in this live, we're going to discuss. Look, I'm sick of Amina, just like I'm sick of B. Simone. We're gonna talk about Amina, and Peter Gunz. We're gonna look at the Real Housewives of Atlanta's reunion looks. You guys give me your thoughts on that. And then Aikisha Holly Cologne called out Carlos Kane. So we're gonna talk about it. Cutie crew, I didn't even check. Give me 1 second. Did you guys see the video I put up earlier? Let me go to my videos and see. Give me 1 second. Let me pause it. All right, ciao. I see 2 comments over there, but it's a couple more of you guys that watch. Cutie crew, make sure to watch the video, and the Let Loose Lounge is coming back. All right, so the Let Loose Lounge on Patreon will be coming back in July. We've had a ball over the past year or so in the Let Loose Lounge, and yeah, I'm bringing it back. So hold on, let me get this together. All right, I think I got it together. So those of you that are not familiar, Let Loose Lounge is where we do just that. We let loose on Saturday. We talk about everything, no matter what, cuss folks out. And something tells me in July, I'm going to want to do just that. Okay. But a couple of you have already DM'd me when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And no, ma'am, no, sir, I will not be recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville on YouTube at all. Now, will I talk about their ass over there on Patreon? Absolutely. But on YouTube, they will not get a recap of that from me. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have not hit the like button, please go ahead, hit that like button for me. Make sure you are subscribed, click the notification bell, all of the above. Now, look, I don't know how you guys feel about Tia Kemp. Tia Kemp is the baby's mama of Rick Ross. And I could not stand her, okay, in the beginning. I can tolerate her a bit more now. And it appears that somebody else wants to tolerate her and put her on the big screen. Before I even share it, let me know in the chat. Do you like Tia Kemp? Tia Kemp, what has she been on? She was on the show with Blueface Mama and Black China's mama. Is she your cup of tea? Put a 1 in the chat if you like Tia Kemp. Put a put a 2 in the chat if she's just not. Oh, Teresa already said it. If she's not your cup of tea. She was not my cup of tea, and I can only take sips of the tea now. All right. But Teresa said, nope, I can't stand her arse. Well, Teresa, 50 Cent wants to replace Wendy Williams with Tia Kemp. All right, I am Queen Tori. Say yes, I love Tia Kemp. You say she will speak her mind and not care what man feels a way about it. Yes, I totally agree with that. Look, I will say kudos to her on speaking out about Krishan Rock this week because it needed to be said. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But what do you guys think about 50 Cent wanting her to replace Wendy Williams? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But there are a lot of people over there saying that they would like to see her on a late night show. So Wendy was daytime TV. Tia will never, ever be daytime TV. You guys want to see her? She doesn't have a YouTube channel. Hey, Brittany, Janae. Hello, spectators. Marshannon said no, she's rough on the edges, but sometimes she has good sense. Marshannon, you said exactly how I feel. You know what I think? I think when she first came out, she was clowning. I think now she realizes that she does have a voice, whether you like it or not. And, when I could stomach her, she does seem to make sense on a lot of things, But I don't know about daytime TV, 50 Cent. But look, for those of you that don't know, 50 Cent is an enemy of Rick Ross, vice versa. They can't stand each other. And these rappers have a thing of using the baby mamas of the rappers that they don't like. Diddy took it up a notch. Diddy took it up a notch when it comes to 50 Cent's baby mama, Daphne Joy. But I think that 50 Cent saying this is to get at Rick Ross. So what he said is, yo, I like Tia. I think she should replace Wendy Williams. Let's make a deal. Tia would be crazy if she does not make a deal with 50 Cent. That part I'll say, girl, go for it. But no, not daytime at all. Let's see what she's saying over here. Shout out to It's On Site.
The YNs wants to screw me. I'm not trying to screw the YNs.
Oh Lord, she's talking about the YNs. Do you know what YNs mean, guys? Are you guys up on the lingo? Let me move the speaker a little closer. YNs is young Negroes. You guys know I say the other, and I just use Negroes. YNs is young Negroes, and according to Tia Kemp, they want her to be a cougar for them. Let's continue.
So therefore, I'm not a cougar. Okay.
No, you would be.
I'm not a cat. I'm not anything of a feline. I don't even like cats. Do you understand me?
Oh, child.
I don't. I fear cats. I don't like them.
You're a cougar girl. Embrace it. Embrace it. Um, ooh, child. Hey, V Jackson. Hey, Alexis. She is, like I say, I gotta take her in small doses. You hear me? Very, very small. But I do agree that there's a place for her on a late night TV if 50 want to put on TV, but definitely not daytime. 50 would want to push the likes of a Tia Kemp to the forefront. Can we do better? Well, CC, his money, his network, his choices. We can do better by not watching, but we can't control what 50 wants to do. So I will say, if she does it, look, kudos to her. There's an audience for everybody. You get what I'm saying? There's an audience. It just may not be mine. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. No one can replace Wendy. I agree. How is Sherry Shepherd? Is she still on in Wendy's place? Because she just does not do it for me. I'm sorry. I could not get into it. And that goes to what you're saying. My degree is real. No one, in my opinion, can fill Wendy's shoes. Dog it. I miss Wendy Williams on daytime TV. When we talk about hot topics, it's in my title. All of that came from Wendy Williams. You know what I mean? Let's see. She often talks out of turn. What's up with the forehead wrinkles? I don't know. Isn't she boring, Cassie? Ugh, I can't do it at all. But anyway, that's that on that. Let's see where I want to go next, guys. Touching and going. So we can spend some time on the reunion looks as well as another quick clip of Simon. Um, let's touch on Fat Joe real quick. You guys know that last year, who child, what's wrong with me? It's my Friday. Last week, there was a $20 million lawsuit announced against Fat Joe, and he's responded. Fat Joe has done more than Tyler Perry. Shout out to the Shade Room. I'm not going to read it all, but in his statement, he said that he fired this guy. So he said, if you get fired for doing something wrong, just take the L and live with it. But instead, they plot on your downfall as they watch you move on with your life. They decide to go after one of the things you value the most, your reputation. They figure they can make up the most insane stories. And if they threaten you with a lawsuit, then you'll pay and they'll feel like they finally won. Fat Joe said, problem with your theory. I've never let anyone on the streets extort me. So how would I ever let a crooked attorney and a coward ex-hype man extort me? I'm from the Bronx. He then goes out to call out this attorney that was arrested yesterday. He's a whole ambulance chaser, Tyrone Blackburn. But Fat Joe said, Mr. Tyrone Blackburn, attorney at law, since you want the clout, we will finish you in court. The time of lawyers using their law license as a badge to extort people and destroy families with no evidence is over. I'm not the one. You've messed with the wrong one this time. What are you all's thoughts on that? What are you all's thoughts? Hey, Deshonda. Look, kudos to Fat Joe for speaking out and fighting these charges because right now they are allegations only. We haven't seen any truth. I doubt if we will. Another ambulance attorney, in my opinion, is Tony Bugsby. He's right there on that same level to me. And Tony Bugsby announced yesterday a lawsuit against Diddy's son, Justin, and two new lawsuits that two men have brought about against Diddy, all SA charges. So Tyrone Blackburn, like I said, is one of those to me. The man was arrested yesterday. I believe they said allegedly he ran over a process server or something like that. It's crazy. So I will reserve my final judgment about Fat Joe to the end of this case. But again, kudos to him. Kudos to him. Hello, the innocent instigator. How are you? You haven't been getting your YouTube alerts, Cassie? You guys make sure to click that notification bell. YouTube be tripping. They do. But that's that. That's that. We're gonna go ahead and touch on this Amina Buddafly. I am so over her. My goodness. Now, you guys remember Amina came out, I don't know, about a month ago. She was saying that her daughter just did not want to go to school and she wasn't going to make her and all of that. And then when people responded and gave their commentary or made a TikTok video, whatever the case may be, just commented somewhere, she came out being upset with the public for saying anything. And if you were like me, yeah, no. A child should not make the decision on whether they want to go to school or not. Period. Well, she came out earlier this week and she said that she's homeless. Had this whole spiel, and we're going to get into the spiel. But she said she was homeless. She had to go home to family in Germany because she didn't have a place to stay and all of that. And naturally, people will automatically look at Peter Gunz. That's how we learned of Amina. And what you mean you homeless? Peter Gunz is what? The host of Cheaters and has a couple other things going on. And people told him up because of her. Well, guess what? Amina didn't flip the script again. So let's start with the first video. I'm not going to play it all at all. And shout out to Neighborhood Talk. But like I said earlier, she irks me just like B. Simone. You know, it's so much I can take of Amina Buddafly. And let's go ahead and take a look. We are homeless is what it says on her TikTok.
In Germany after losing our home in LA. My kids moved out of place, put their stuff in storage, or most of it in the trash, but some of it in the storage. And we don't have a home, y'all. But guess what? Thank God for family, because we're in Germany with my family. So rough. Working my butt off, not making enough money, end up losing my place. And now we're staying with family until I know what I can figure out what's next. And don't ask me what that is, because everybody's like, so what's the plan?
Okay, that's about all I can take. Now, look, I will say this. Any of us at any moment can fall on hard times. So my judgment of Amina is not her falling on hard times. My judgment of Amina when it comes to what she came out and said is you knew that people were going to come out and blast Peter Gunz. So I'm going to play what Peter had to say. Teresa, what you mean she pregnant? What do you mean she's pregnant? You say homeless, pregnant with 2 kids. I didn't know she was pregnant. But I do know she does have 2 daughters by Peter Gunz. Confirm that for me, Teresa. Anyway, let's take a look at what Peter had to say, because people was tearing his ass up. Now, I didn't tear him up, but I definitely commented somewhere, where the hell is Peter Gunz, and how did he allow them to become homeless? I did. Absolutely, Crystal. We're going to talk about it. Let me start your comment. Take a listen to Peter Gunz.
Let you back in this motherfucker, Amina. You know, and you and I know why. So now I will have to fly in to LAX in the event that they don't let you in to get my kids, because I'm not gonna, I wouldn't want that to happen. Right. So Amina said to me, Peter, if they don't let me back in, it's just meant for me to stay in Germany. I literally had to sign for my kids to go. I wasn't comfortable with it. Not at this date and time with what's going on with ICE and all this crazy.
Okay, so I'm not sure why it muted there. Let's go to this next one real quick, and I'll see what you guys are saying.
While we married. Anyway.
Oh, he said that I'll give in case you guys didn't hear it, that he didn't want her to go over there anyway because of the situation that's going on with the orange man. He felt like she wouldn't have been able to, may not be able to get back in the United States. But this is something that I did not know. He said, hence the reason why I married her. So Peter is saying that he only married Amina so she can get a green card. Cha, let's continue. And let me make sure this is up.
If I'm being honest with you, doing some brother shit, the last thing I would ever do is lie. Right. I would never lie. You never lie. You never lie. I love my kids, bro. My kids can never be home. Real shit. I have an apartment in Dallas. I said, Amina, just go stay in Dallas. Right. What am I going to do in Dallas? Live rent free? Chill, go at amenities, chill for a little bit, give me a breather because I can't pay rent every multiple places. That's the reason why we married. Anyway.
All right. So I'm gonna read a couple comments, then we'll get Amina coming back out, upset with people blaming Peter. Deshonda, you said she a cuckoo bird, always have been. And look, I hate to say this, but I totally agree. She's always giving those vibes. Look, she's talented, has a beautiful voice, but you know how sometimes you just say, "Oh, the elevator don't seem like it go all the way up." I felt that way about Amina for quite some time. Crystal said, "Look, what's wrong with getting a regular job? You know, you got a beautiful voice, but you're not signed. You're not, in the meantime, you got to do something." But I'll say this before I play what she had to say. I don't like how she weaponized this whole situation for pity. Was it for GoFundMe? Was it for money? Why come out here and say that you were homeless? And who said they believe Creep Squad Peter? Creep Squad Peter, ham sandwich. I do too. So if this man offered you to go to Dallas, stay in his apartment in Dallas, rent free, you're not homeless. And she's not homeless because she is living with family. So I don't like that. I don't like that. But let's take a listen to what she had to say. And it's only going to be a clip because I can't take her.
It's only shout out to Peter. It wasn't my intention to been hold. So I just wanted to clear something out because this is the number one comment I've been getting since yesterday, since I announced that I moved to Germany for a moment to figure.
Oh, now it's I moved to Germany for a moment to figure things out. But at first it's I'm homeless.
Figure out where we're gonna live because we don't have our home anymore. Everyone's like, where Peter at? So yes, we all know he hasn't always been the best. But I have to point out that he's been there for us. He's been holding. So I just want to clear something out, because holding us down in the past.
I can't.
I want to say almost 2 years, year and a half, is when I started struggling crazy, not able to cover my overhead, my bills, my rent. And he stepped up and he was there and he paid our rent a lot of the time.
That's about all I could take. Let me see what you guys are saying. That's about all I can take, okay? Because to me, there had to have been some other motive for her to come out and say this. Because if you know that Peter Gunz was willing just to step up and make sure that you got a place for you and those babies, and you know that later you're going to have to come out here and do and say exactly what you did, why come out here in the first place? Is it just me, Keisha? You say Amina wants a free ride. Excuse me. No Name said she always have slow vibes. Hey Tay. Hey Patricia J. Let's see. Kynette said, I believe Peter. I do too, Kynette. I do too. And you know, it's kind of hard when you know that we've learned of Peter and Rich Dollars and that whole little creep squad crew from Love and Hip Hop. And look, Peter is a narc. Peter is one of those type of guys that will have 7, 8 different women. Somebody in the comments say he got 10 kids. But to his credit, I will say that it appears to me that he's taking care of his kids no matter how many he has. You know what I mean? But I feel like she was wrong. I feel like Amina was absolutely wrong. She always comes out here and then she's blaming everybody else. Why would you guys think that Peter wasn't doing anything? What you mean? Why wouldn't we? Yes. Okay, so he films cheaters in Dallas. Well, according to him, this apartment is empty. So I think he was kind of trying to make it clear that, she didn't have to live with him. But hey, I got an apartment. So if you just wanted and opted out of living in the US, say that. Don't come out here with this whole homeless spiel. They say the furniture and everything was nasty. She had to throw it away. She gives those vibes as well. She's like a free, what is the word I'm looking for, guys? Somebody that's just like floating in the air and they just don't care. The kids could do anything they want, jump up and down on the furniture, don't have to go to school. What's the word I'm looking for? Shoot. You guys should know what I'm talking about. But over in the comments, child, they say, why y'all acting like Amina hasn't always been slow? Somebody else said, can we stop overusing the word homeless? Let's see here. I'll share it just so you guys can see it, and then I'll read some comments, and then we're gonna keep it moving. This person said it has to be studied why people come online and tell us their business. The heart on her throat will always piss me off. Oh my goodness. Let's see what Kempire said. Kempire said, did she not think that people would bash him when you come to the internet and said you had to leave the country because you couldn't afford your bills anymore? You were on a whole reality show with him. Shout out to Kempire, because I totally agree. I totally agree. And again, I just don't like how she is one that flips the script like all the time and then blame the audience. It's crazy. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Marshannon said next will be tears in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Innocent Instigator said attention and dry begging. That was my first thought. Dry begging was, well, naturally attention, but dry begging, absolutely. And I didn't go to her TikTok, but I can imagine that people probably were over there. Oh my goodness, how can we help you? You know what I'm saying? Girl, bye. TNT G Mom said, Bish want a handout. Hey, good bad apple. How are you? Deshonda, I think we're going to end it with that. I got to give you I don't even say hand clap, but that's what I'm going to say. I picked that up, I guess, on social media, child. I'm going to give you a hand clap. Sounds like an attempt for sympathy and payola. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Look, Linda Gamble, it's the audacity for me. One of the most visible cheaters is the host of Cheaters. Make it make sense. Keisha, good point. And then when he came out and spoke, and I'm sure he called her and cussed her ass out before he did that, maybe she did want people to think bad of him. Reverse psychology, and then come out and say, oh no, I didn't mean that. Used to see Peter with his kids, and he has grandkids. Yeah, I've always seen him with his kids, the older ones and the younger one. Where's the other for the kids? What's her name? Tyra. That had 2 boys by him. She's been laying low. Her and Amina was fighting over him, child. A mess. A squatter. That's what it is. And look, I love Brittany Janae. I love California. Not necessarily LA. I would not be opposed to living in LA. My first choice would be San Diego. But look, you can't live above your means. And for me, I can probably make do, and that's about it. But for Amina, she shouldn't have moved to Cali anyway. It's too expensive for her. Somebody that does not want to come out and get a job. So, yeah, go away from us with this, Amina. All right, Ham Sandwich, last comment. He also mentioned a company he recently signed a contract with dropped him because of her coming out saying she homeless. Wow. The company don't want the bad press. Wow. I can admit that I didn't watch his full sit down. I'm just not that interested in it. But again, I am glad that he came out and spoke up. Okay. So yeah, go away from us with this. All right, let's get into Aikisha. Let's get into Aikisha Holly. I want to know you all's thoughts on this. We know a visible cheater with dirty ass feet. Ooh, child. Tyra's doing good, has a place, works, and she's straight. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I hated that, she was the main chick, but I hated that she ever got caught up in that triangle when it comes to Amina and Peter Gunz. And also, look, I feel about Amina like I do any other side chick. So although Tyra and Peter Gunz weren't married, everybody knew they were together. So I'm not going to ever say what Amina gets and this is her karma, because again, all of us, any of us can fall on hard times. You just never know what can hit. But a lot of the things that she experienced outside of this, karma, period, point blank. But I'm going to refresh you all's memory real quick of when Aikisha first cracked Carlos King's face. It was classic. It went viral. And she called him out again. And I'm going to let you guys see it. So shout out to Aikisha Holly, formerly of Bell Collective. Before we get there, let's take it back down memory lane. Good Bad Apple say, I love LA. I tried to live out there, but I definitely couldn't afford it. And the traffic drove me nuts. Right. Like I said, look, I love, you guys know I will go visit in a heartbeat, especially since I can drive and it doesn't take that long, or fly and be there in 30 minutes. I love it too, Good Bad Apple. But baby, we would be staying in most people, a roach infested studio apartment and be paying $4,000-$5,000 a month. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would not put myself in that predicament. And the traffic, OMG, says you never lied. Never, ever lied. Good Bad Apple, let's move to Thailand. We'll talk, child. But anyway, take a quick look at this. For those of you that did not see this, Aikisha Holly quit Bell Collective live while she was on Carlos King, YouTube channel. I cackled. Pay close attention to the upper left corner, Carlos King's face. You can take a look at Dustin, and I don't remember the other lady's name because they all said they're looking cray. But take a look.
So, but anyway, I just wanted to step in. I am excited that Bell Collective has been picked up for another season. I got my pickup letter.
Look at Carlos clapping.
I know that's right. We were excited about that, and we want to congratulate Carlos, and we want to congratulate the show, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that.
Look at them.
The clones are done.
Frozen, child. Look at the lady. Frozen.
So
look at the
Merry Christmas. And the attorney has sent a letter to the attorney.
Ooh, I loved it.
Just want to let y'all know, because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way. So,
boss move. Okay, baby. Rose. He was stuck. What the people say? Stuck like Chuck. Carlos was stuck. Okay, but she called him out again. Aikisha called Carlos out again, and he responded. So let's go ahead and take a look. Shout out to Aikisha and her husband Willie, and shout out to Aikisha again for that boss move that she did right there on his platform. Okay, so many good people have left Carlos's shows. We know absolutely Melody Cherie. Okay, we know she was at the top. because she, in my opinion, revitalized Carlos's career, period. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from him as far as what he's doing now with his platform, but Mel is gone. Monique is gone. Aikisha and Willie is gone. So Gucci and JJ gone. Winter, OMG, I cannot forget Winter, gone. So I commend them. You know what I mean? But this is what Aikisha said. Let's take a look. It looks like Bell Collective was nominated for an Emmy. So I'm gonna read what she said, and she tagged Carlos so he know it's real. Aikisha said, "Well, will you look at there?" I believe she meant, "Well, will you look at this?" But she said, "Look who has been nominated for an Emmy." And Carlos King, you ain't said nothing. She then goes on to say, "I can't wait to add Emmy nominated to my credits." And then she tagged So Gucci. So I'll stop there first. Look, she has a right to speak on it because they haven't shown Bell Collective since the departure of Aikisha and So Gucci. And so yeah, if they are nominated, she should add that to her credits. She played a very big part in the success of Bell Collective. But she said Carlos King ain't said nothing. And Carlos responded. He said, "Hey, beauty, the show was submitted for consideration to be nominated, but we aren't officially there yet. But yes, please vote everyone who's in the academy." What are you all's thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about that? Number one, I'll say this. I was shocked that the door is still somewhat open, I guess you can say, between Aikisha and Carlos. I would move like Mel is moving. The door is closed. In my Nene Leak's voice, there will be no mention of Carlos King. There will be a no mention of the show that I was on. There would be no mention of none of that. But it seems like it's partially open because, again, she tagged him. She's celebrating getting nominated, which she should. And he responded. Mel blocked that ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be moving. But let's see. She gave Carlos a good look Christmas gift, baby. I'll play it again before we move to the next topic. I love seeing his face crack like that. I swear I did. It was froze, just stuck. Let's see. I mentioned Monique. Did I not mention Monique? I thought I did, but Monique absolutely will be on Real Housewives of Potomac. Monique, I'm sure, has moved the same way that Melody Cherie has moved. The door is closed. Monique came out and said that Carlos King did her worse than the white people has ever done. You know, set her up for the okie doke. And he continually set Melody Cherie up. Mel had to tap that ass on the way out the door and let him know, absolutely not. I bet you better edit that ish out of that episode that high-rise booty Destiny tried to come out and say that Mel was grooming her. Girl, bye. So I think when it comes to Monique and Mel and Winter and several others, goodness, I can't think of the other lady's name. Sherelle, I think it is, that was on Real Housewives of Potomac. They can't stand that ass. Okay? They can't stand her. So can't stand him. Let's see. I thought his response was fair, phony, but fair nonetheless. Okay, Cassie. CC said, my thought is that Carlos is trash at communicating when it counts. Well, this is what I don't think. Let me see if Aikisha responded to him. Oh, her response is still, the door is still open. Child, did Carlos, is Aikisha coming back? Because she responded to him. She said, well, let me get my campaigning on. with the tongue emoji and the laughing emoji. Has Carlos begged, in my opinion, Aikisha to come back? Because Aikisha, for you to leave the way you did because of what you said they were attempting to do to you, and that set you up and all of that. There's a lot of ha ha he he and going on over there to me. What you talking about, CC? He gonna destroy that, his upcoming crew. Hey, Ring Bass. Well, Mama V, in this case, it's a mutual thing. Mama V says CK is using her followers for voters, but she the one put it out there, not him. You know how I feel about him, but absolutely, I think he'll seize the opportunity. But she put it out there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eye out on this. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out because they are having somewhat of a pleasant exchange. Now, initially, I absolutely took it as she called his arse out, meaning even if we aren't on your shows anymore, if that show get nominated, you should be reaching out to us. But yeah, I don't know now. I don't know. I agree. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back. That's why I was the only one he didn't set up. Believe he's the setup. Keisha, you got to type that again for me. Oh, Phaedra. Okay. We're going to get to that next. What did the innocent instigator say? And if she goes back, she's crazy. Yeah. Shout out to Aikisha. Look, child, I'm just gonna give my commentary on things. I will say you guys know folks gonna move however they want to move, but I would not go back, period. I wouldn't entertain the thought, and I wouldn't have tagged him. I probably would have come out and said something, but I would have said it in a different way. How are we nominated from an Emmy and the producer didn't even say anything? I contributed to that show's success. That's how I would have came out and addressed it. But I am not Aikisha. Okay? At all. But thank you guys. We're gonna get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then I have a second piece of Simon Guobadia. Simon say he was used and abused, hoodwinked, and bamboozled by Porsha Williams. And I talked about this specific part yesterday, but I wanted to play the video and ask you guys your thoughts on that. But before we get there, what are your thoughts on the reunion looks? And I want to know, who do you think ate as far as the look? Now, I believe I can extend this a little more. I'll scan through first. Okay, this is about as much as it's going to allow me to. Let's do it like this. I'll scan through the pictures for you guys first, and then I'll give my vote. Ooh, child, I see a couple of you guys already put them in the comments, but a couple of you guys feel like I do. But Porsha Williams, love the whole look. This what do we call this, guys? It's not a bodice, is it? Anyway, this whole steel top bodice, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to compare this to. I am comparing this to Jay Boland's and Melody Cherie's reunion look. Males with silver. Yes, it's armor, but what do we call that anyway when you wear at the top, if you want to cinch your waist and all of that, Teresa? Somebody. It's just leaving me now. What is that called? Shoot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I love this. I love the hardness on the top when it comes to a corset. Thank you, CC. Thank you so much, sis. I love the hardness of the metal. And it's really not real metal because we know that they wouldn't be able to do anything with it. But the hardness on the top and then the soft, flowy bottom. Drew Sidora. Now, look, a lot of us are strictly de-ickly. No offense to anybody that's not. But all season, while we've been watching on Patreon, We've been saying that, damn, can y'all put the boobs up just a little bit? Just a little bit. Drew Sidora's there sitting up, child. I don't know about Drew's look. I'm not a feather type girl. This Drew's look to me is busy. It's a lot going on. She got the feathers. She got the rhinestones. She got another big feather up here. She got her hair down. For me, if you knew that and the hair is laying across the feather, that's a no. If you knew that you were going to have this feather at the top, I think that her hair should have been pulled up. But she looks pretty. She looks pretty. She does. Angela Oakley can do no wrong in my eyes, but the color, based off of the other ladies, it seems a tad bit off. It's in the yellow/gold family. But love the dress, love Angela. Cece, you say, oh, a couple of you guys are saying Drew looked like Big Bird. Doesn't it remind you of Destiny's look on that other show, child? That's what it's giving. But like I said, pretty. And look, Drew, you guys can't see it on this. She channeled Kelly's swoop. That's another thing that we've been talking about all season long. That swoop. Drew got a little miniature swoop. And I don't know if the ladies know, you really draw more attention to the lace front by doing that whole swoop thing. You know what I mean? The way a lot of women are wearing lace front wigs now, you can camouflage that without doing that. But that's where the part is, and a lot of them do a swoop. But I like Angela's look. I just wish that, I don't know, a little more from Angela, but she looks cute. All of them look cute. Phaedra, a little questionable. Cynthia, I'm going to say same thing as Angela. Maybe it's just because their yellows are throwing off the golds. Andrew's feathers are yellow as well, but she had more gold in the dress. Cynthia, I would have liked to have seen more. All of them look pretty to me. Don't get me wrong. It's plain. It's too plain for me, for Cynthia. Phaedra, it's a no for me, dog. And my Randy, what's his name from American Idol? It's a no for me, dog. It seems like the bottom half was just thrown. That just seems like a piece of material that they wrapped around her, cinched the waist just a tad bit, and it's just not giving for me. The headpiece is a bit much. I'm not sure if these are earrings or if it's connected to the headpiece. She too wore her hair down. That's a no. If the hair was all the way up and it's given two different things, because we see the black hairline, but we see the blonde wig, that's not matching up for me. And then this whole top part, I just don't like it. My opinions only. It doesn't matter that I don't like it. She liked it, so it is what it is. Let's see. She's trying to look like O'Shawn. Who is O'Shawn? All right. And then I'll go through the comments and get you all's thoughts as well. Shamia's I liked. I like Shamia's look. Even though she does have a piece that's coming up over her shoulder, she did not wear long hair because that would take away from that. I like the short bob. I do. Shamia has more green in her dress, but to me, it's cute. It's cute. So I'm not, she didn't get best from me, but it's tolerable. Kelly. Shout out to Millichan. I saw a post from Millichan. Okay. Thank you, Good Bad Apple. See, Deshonda likes Shamia's look too. Only thing for me, Deshonda, and look, I love a cast that they all try to color coordinate for these reunions. And Real Housewives of Atlanta really set the trend for that. I get it. They all want their own personal stylist and all of that. I would love to see more of the same. And I think that this gold should have been it. So they all have on different, it's in the same family. But instead of all of the green in Shamia's, I would have loved if this was just all this gold that's in here. I think that it really would have knocked her out the ballpark when it comes to her skin tone, even down here. If this would have just been the gold, I would have liked it better, but she looks amazing. Back to Kelly. Shout out to Millichan, because Millichan over on Instagram have a post over there, and Millichan chopped off this whole bottom of Kelly's dress, and it works. And it works. Let me see if I can bring up Millichan. Give me 1 second. We'll see if I could bring up Millie so you guys can see. It's too much dress for Kelly. Kelly is tiny, very short. And she got swallowed up. Another thing for me, I love Kelly on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So don't take it like that. But Kelly is one, to me, that does too much to her face. Too much. And this don't even look like a child. Let me bring this up. But shout out to Millichan. And I'll try to go from post to post. Let me remove this comment. You guys see how with the bottom of that dress chopped off, it's a whole different dress. And it fits Kelly. But is this supposed to be Kelly? That don't look like Kelly to me. That looked like a mixture of Quad, Kelly, couple people. But Millichan said, I fixed it. And Millie, I love it. I love it. So let me go back to the original of Kelly. Was it this one? You see the difference? But this is what I'm talking about. And there is a video that I put up before of Kelly without the fillers and the Botox and all of that. And she's beautiful. I think they do a tad bit too much on her face. It's too square. The cheek fillers are too wide. Her body is too little for it to me. The chin fillers, it's too much. It makes her look hard. You know what I mean? And she's soft. So hopefully Kelly will be back next season. I think that she will. And hopefully, look, do what you do. Look, I can't control not a damn thing. But soften up your look. Soften it up. I just think she's too small for that. Too much dress to me. Also, the shoes don't match exactly. I probably would have had on like the other ladies are wearing, not Phaedra's. Phaedra took it back. Phaedra's shoes been out for years. Just a simple gold stiletto, open toe, But let me see what you guys are saying. Look, she got more money than me, child. But this don't look like Kelly. Let me go back here. This is Kelly. Now, I don't know if there was some touch-up done to the face, but I mean, because that just does not look the same at all. But my winner is Porsha Williams. Porsha Williams, 8 down. 8 down. And this post just does not do it justice. Here she is. Yeah, Porsha did the damn thing. It will not let me. Let's see. I love everything about it. Porsha has simple straps that's going over her shoulders, so the long flowing hair works for me. The shoes, this is what I'm talking about with Kelly. I wish Kelly would have worn something like this. With Kelly being so small, we need to see as much skin, and again, I'm strictly de-ickly, but with her being so small, I think we need to see the most of her. Porsha 8. Anybody else feel like anybody else had the best look other than Porsha? Porsha 8 down. Let's continue real quick. Drew, for me, it's a no. It's too busy. You got a strap that's holding the boobs together. That, in my opinion, was something that was added later because I'm sure the boobs were popping out. Then she got a little see-through up under there. Then the rhinestones. Then this jewelry that just don't match on both arms. That's a no. This whole thing, I would have had them to take this feather off. Hair should have been up again. And it's just too busy. No, ma'am. But I do like the shoes, Drew. Simple shoes. Cynthia, again, she looks nice. It's just plain. You know, Cynthia is beautiful. I would have loved to have seen her just turn up. You know, and that just, to me, is not turning up. Maybe it's the stylist. You guys get some stylists. Cynthia definitely should have one. Phaedra, again, it's a no. Too busy, the shoes, just too everything. And as I mentioned, all up here, you see black hairline and blonde. It don't match. It's not given. Not with the headpiece. Now, without the headpiece, then I'm sure the wig was all that. I don't like any of this at all. Nothing. All right. And this is a last minute something. They draped it around, excuse me. Shamia, again, love, just wanted more gold. Because it's giving green. And obviously the theme is gold/yellow. Angela, same thing. I would have loved more gold, but she got it right with the shoes. Not too much. Love the cutout up here. She looks good and sexy. Just a different color for me. And then Kelly, no. The shoes look green. The dress is just overpowering. Overpowering. And stop all of this, Kelly. You are beautiful. Cut it out, please. I don't like how this, I'm not going to say what I was just about to say. So glad that I stopped myself. But you guys see Kelly only had jewelry on one arm. From what I could tell, the nails were fab. But please stop with your face, Kelly. You don't need it. You do not need all of that. And I just always say that, look, anybody do whatever the hell you want. I just think that 20 more years, how's it really going to be looking? You know? Kelly's shoes match Shamia's dress. Yes, no name. If we take a look at Kelly's shoes, and then let's go back to Shamia's dress. Now, although we can't see the shoes that Shamia has on, color-wise, it is a total match. Totally agree with you, no name. All right. We're going to discuss this, and then I definitely got to go. But as I told you guys yesterday, Simon is out here playing the victim big time. But I don't know how I feel about what Simon had to say about little baby PJ. So I don't think we watched this part yesterday. I do remember talking about it, but I want you guys to take a look at what Simon had to say about Pilar. And anytime you can say this out of your mouth, none of it was real. The marriage or nothing. Because what the baby's got to do with it. Take a look and a listen. Shout out to the Bravo Shade Room.
That you have a relationship with her daughter? I don't have a relationship with her daughter, simply because in the past, I found myself when I separate from any of my exes with children, there's a tendency for them to use their children to get back at me. Try to come back into my life, and Porsha's no exception. She sent me a text telling me that part of misses me. And I didn't respond because there was some considered effort at some point that she realized she had made a mistake and wanted to reconcile at that point. I was done. Did Porsha have a relationship with this son of yours that she sent his mother money for? Not particularly. My boys, were with me for the last 5+ years. They've do you feel that you have?
That's all I'm doing. Look, Keisha, my point exactly. Keisha said he's a BAN. He tried to use Porsha, and the tables turned. She beat him to the punch. But that's kind of harsh to me. Although he said that in his past, that just shows how many women this man has been married to and been with. They attempt to get back with him through the kids. Porsha has never said that. Porsha did say that she reached out to him because Pilar kept asking, "Where's Paw Paw?" I think that's what she called him, Paw Paw. And that's, hold on, let me get out of this. Hold on, guys. And his age is given Paw Paw. But that means to me that you never cared about any of their kids. Any of their kids. Now, I don't talk to my first husband, married him, child, in the 90s. I don't talk to him at all. And I don't talk to one of his daughters I absolutely love. And we were supposed to hook up a couple weeks ago when she was in Vegas and all of that. Just because I'm no longer with the daddy, that don't mean that I have to cut off any type of relationship with the kids. As long as Simon know that he don't want to go back with Porsha, and Porsha knows that she don't want to go back to Simon, what's the big deal? Plus, she got a daddy. But Negro, you married my mama. And I think it was normal for baby PJ to ask, where Paw Paw go? What's going on with Paw Paw? Mom, where's Paw Paw? Porsha is to blame with that as well, because they did move on too quick. They really, really did. And you got to be careful, because when situations end, then yeah, children will be left with questions. But I didn't like that. I appreciate Porsha coming out saying how Pilar felt. And Simon, his answer to me was all wrong. Yeah, well, my kids know I'm with one woman or another next. Basically, that's what he's saying. My kids are used to seeing me with women and girlfriends and all of that. Yeah, that's not the norm. You've normalized that for your kids, but other kids like baby PJ may feel some type of way. So look, I don't give a why? Let me just close this out completely. I don't give a darn about Simon. Kudos to Porsha. This is a win. City girls are up. I don't care how anybody felt in the past when they first separated, or how you feel now. This is only my opinion only. Now, I do respect how you feel. I do. But however, look, both of them, BOFFUM, both of them went into that situation to use the other. Both of them, Porsha and Simon. And Simon lost. City girls are up. Anytime that prenup said, however long you guys are married, that's how long you would have to pay her $40,000 a month. You signed that, you read that, you agreed to that. Simon is not a victim. Shout out to Square Biz Child or anybody else that want to argue with me. Simon is not a victim at all. And look, Porsha outslicked the slickster. Kudos to her. But yeah, him talking about, oh my God, what was wrong with me? I proposed in 30 days. Yeah, while your ass was still married to Fallon. What was wrong with you is you saw that Georgia Peach that you wanted, and you also wanted her celebrity. And you're paying for it, sir. Thank you, Angela Richardson, period. We don't feel sorry for him at all. The only thing using Simon is that razor. Oh, child, Crystal. Deshaunda said he sure isn't a victim. Cassie said Simon is a victim of his ego. Look, wouldn't you love to be able to throw it up in a Negro's face who had the audacity to say, any house that I've been in with my wives, I have a U-Haul out front on standby. Wouldn't you love to rub up in his face that U-Haul didn't come pick up this shit, did it? Simon, look, looks aren't everything. I'm not gonna say that. But Simon never was what he thought he was to a lot of women. And newsflash to Simon, a lot of them, and going forward, depending on your standings today, they using you. They gonna use you. So you really thought Porsha looked at you, Simon, and said, "That's my husband"? Or did Porsha look at that house that she pulled up over there too? Did she look at that house that you were in with Fallon? Now, Simon, another clue. I gotta go. Oh, I wish I could be messy. But this is my Friday, and I'm gonna have to get on up out of here. I may come back late. We'll see. But Simon, because Simon needs some people. So I don't know where Square Biz is. Square Biz dropped in yesterday, I believe, or day before. Simon needs some people that's going to keep it real with him. And what I would have said to Simon if I was a friend or a family member, I would have said, now look, Simon, that girl is putting filters on all of your pictures. You don't think that's weird? You don't think that she's changing your whole face before she posts a picture of you guys? He had too many yes people around, okay? But the ultimate yes person was himself. He said yes to that prenup, and it is what it is. City girls are up. City girls are up. Kudos to Porsha. She's already won. Now, will she get that money? Deshonda, you know I'm not lying, sis. Will she get that 40K a month? With Simon being over in Dubai, we shall see. We shall see. If he wants his assets in the U.S., she will. But, sir, you volunteered for that. Your ass ain't no victim. Deshonda, you laughing. You know that's the truth. If I have to put a filter on your face, that means I think your ass is ugly. Not just a filter, because look, shout out to filters. A lot of us may use filters on our pictures and videos. I'm not saying that. She changed this man's whole face. Porsha had Simon looking like Billy D at one point. Looking like Billy D. Williams. Okay. And we know that was not the case at all. That's newsflash. This how he was really looking, child, just like he looking in that doggone video, in that interview that he gave. Look at the difference. It's not just me. Let's go here and let's go here. Let's go here and let's go here. That's a red flag, Simon. I hope I hope that you learn from this. Make better choices. Find you somebody that you take the time and make sure that you really love them and they really love you. But child, if she got a small waist and a big behind and she gorgeous, Simon, it's a red flag, sir. It's a red flag. LaShawn, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. Not Simon went from, oh, y'all so messy. This is not me. This is the chat. LaShawn says Simon went from looking like Billy D to Dragon Ball Z. My God, today. LaShawn, you not right, sis. You don't think so, Rose? Girl, a lot of them pictures. Oh, now look, I gotta play this on my way out the door just because I'm fast. But I do respect married men. Let me say that. They are hands off for me. Totally. But I have eyes. Okay. I have eyes, and I am going to play because this Porsha almost had Simon looking like Idris too. I'm going to play Idris on my way out the door. My God, today. Hold on, y'all. Only because I'm fast, but I respect his wife. They make an amazing couple, but she know her husband fine. Let me see if I can find it, child. Ooh, what? Ooh, here it go, child. Hold on. Ooh, child. Cutie crew, y'all know we be acting fast behind closed doors. I gotta show this. Porsha has Simon looking like Idris as well. And would you guys take a look at this here? I know he married. I would never, ever, ever. I promise you. Because he got a wife. I respect marriages. I do. But take a look. I got to get this comment off the screen. It's not, I don't want nothing distracting, nothing. Okay, hold on. We'll leave it up there. Hold on. Shoot. Give me 1 second. When he post this? 2 days ago. Because I got to blow this up. I got to. Baby, when I tell you this video here did something to your girl. Did something to your girl. This man walks like it's heavy. That's all I'm going to say. I told y'all I'm strictly de-ickly. Look at Cassie being fast. Y'all fast as hell. Take a look. Well, child. Let me put this down here. Let's see. Can we get that a little larger? There we go. Ooh! Ooh, child. Is it just me? Tanya. Tony. It is safe for work. He fully dressed. He got on a white t-shirt and just some slacks, child. Something about them gray pants. My God, today. Look at Joanna fast ass talking about Lord. Baby. Okay, I gotta go because I will let this play for 2 more hours. I promise you I will. I promise you. Shout out to Idris' wife. Do you hear me? But all over in the comment section of this video, they said that man walked like he holding something. He walked like he got damn meat on him. What else? The walk is unmatched. He's so damn fine. It's not just me. I don't even think I commented, child, at all. But the ladies are going crazy, and we respect marriages. I don't know about them. We respect marriages. Look at Lady Vi. Lady Vi, it's the first comment that I didn't seen from you. You didn't drop down out the bushes to be fast. Lady Vi, I ain't seen you nowhere up in this chat. Y'all fast, Lady Hustle. Yeah, K. Michelle was with him at one point. Oh, child. Linda Gamble being fast. I'm about that. That's a fine man. Keisha, I think I got to end it on this. Heavy. Just heavy. Look at the walk. We know he fine. But this whole video, the walk, it's the slanging of the slightly flared slacks. It's the bow-leggedness of it all. It's the chest. It's the melanin. I gotta go. I should just leave this on for 2-3 more hours, child. Ooh, child, that's all I gotta say. Open-legged brother walking. Watch out. That's what it is. Okay, I gotta go. It's the walk for you. Scorpion Queen say, so heavy the leg is dragging. Y'all a mess. Y'all fast as hell. Look at Alf. Not the heavy from Dream Girl. Alf, go away from me with this. Not you singing the Dream Girls song, Alf. Go away. I got tears running down my face. My degree is real, said hunk of a man. A heavy package indeed. What Juvie said, he walked with a limp because yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Teresa, that's how Porsha had them filters looking, child. I was not fooled. But Porsha sort of had Simon's filters, baby, when they was married and happy. She had them filters damn near looking like Billy D and Idris. I'm going to look at Idris one more time. Oh, child. Oh, somebody in the comments said that guy in the back was checking him out. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? Everything just stopped. Everything just got stopped. Shout out to Sabrina, his wife. We'll be fast again tomorrow. I promise you guys, I will play this again tomorrow. I'll play it. Matter of fact, I'm going to download it so I can have it ready right here on StreamYard. And I'm just admiring. I would never, ever, ever cross that line. But baby, I gotta go. Pink Rose, bye. I ain't fooling with y'all. Chit Chat needs to start the next members only with the Juvie song. Yes. All right, I'm gonna make a note of it. Let me see. Ooh, child. Juvie song / Idris. Y'all see, I ain't stopped sharing my screen yet. I gotta go. I got to go. I got work to do. I'm out of here. I ain't even playing no exit music, child. We just gonna let Idris. Hey, L'Oreal. We just gonna let Idris play on just child. I'm gonna get fired. I gotta go. Sing that Dream Girls theme song in your head. It wasn't me. Who sang that song? That was that was Al fast ass. Talking about heavy. I gotta go. All of y'all are fast. I cannot. I am so embarrassed. Shout out to Sabrina Child, his wife, baby. I would be looking for his ass in the daytime with a flashlight. You hear me? Every day, all day. I have to be the personal assistant, the manager, everything. Ooh, child. Lucky wife. That's all I got to say. Okay, I'm going to play some exit music out the door. I may see you guys and come back and act a fool a little later. If not, catch me tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Bye, Idris. Oh, Lord. Okay, one more time, I promise. Just from the walk from the car. Okay, y'all, bye. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. With QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT.